So hey guys, welcome back to the lecture of our series CSS. In this series, we were learning about the various properties of CSS, how to inherit CSS. In the last lecture, I guess we have studied about variables and how to attach or inherit CSS from multiple places. So in today's video, we will be learning about text align properties, how exactly the text align property works, and what are the things that we can do using text align property. So let's begin. So I guess you all guys have installed VS Code till now, and you guys are also coding with me as well. So for the video, I will be making a text file I will name it as index.html. Okay. So inside this, I will be writing on some of the code. Okay. So what I will be doing here is I will make a div and I will name it as style. Inside this, I will make an heading that is h4, and below this, we will be making a paragraph, and we will name this paragraph as our content. Okay, so inside this, what I will be using is lorem 55. Okay, so now I've used the 55 words lorem ipsum. Okay, and now after that, now what I will be doing here is I will be making two files. Okay, inside this, firstly I will make a div and I will name it as links. Now what exactly I will do here is I will inside this link I will use an a tag, and inside this I will name it as first link. Okay, like this. Similarly, I will be making another one and I will name it as second link. Okay, now inside this I will be storing some names, like I will be naming it as CSS. Okay, and another one I will name it as HTML. So now let's save it and check how exactly it's looking. As you guys can see, it looks something like this, right? So now let's do some CSS and align it so that it can be properly visible to you guys and you guys can better understand what exactly we are going to do. Okay. So let's make style tag. Inside this style tag, I will be doing some styles. So now what exactly I will be doing here is I will be giving some names. So I will use it as style. Okay. Inside the style element, what I will write here is I will give it a border, quick border of around pixels and solid blue. Okay, I'm giving it a color as solid blue. Then I will be giving it a border radius. बहचो ट्रेन को भी आज ही सारे हॉर्न बजाने. Then I will be giving it a margin of 10 pixels, that is margin top, and 5 pixels, that is right one. Okay, and also the padding of 5 pixels. Now let's check how exactly it's looking. It's looking something like this right now, right? Let's give little CSS over here also, which we will go to the links. So inside that, I will write margin right should be around 10 pixels. Okay, now let's check how exactly it's looking. So instead of giving the class to the whole div element, what I have done is I have changed the names of the class a tag of a tag. So what it will do is it will implement all the CSS on the same, like here as you can see, it's looking right. So yeah. Now what exactly text align property does here is text align property aligns the text. Like how? Suppose if I write here, like I will use a h4 heading. Okay. So inside this, h4 is a little small. Let's do is h2. Okay. We are giving it an h2 tag. So what exactly this tag does is, like suppose I'm saying about text align center. Okay. So what it will do here is it will align my text. So what exactly text align property does is sometimes when we want to align our text into a particular direction like center, right or left, by the way by default it's left only but still. So what we can do here is we can use this text align property. Now let me show you how exactly the text align property works using an example. So in this text example, I will be using h4. Okay. Inside this h4, I will be what I will do here is I will use the class. So heading, inside this heading, I will use text align and I will name it as center. So let's check how exactly it has changed. So now the heading is came to center. So this is how our property works. Now what let me do here is I should give another property of text line to our paragraph. So for that, first let's give some content. Okay. Inside this, firstly let me give some padding around of 10 pixels. Okay, let's check. Yeah, now it's looking a little better. And what we will do here is we will use another property text line, and we will use here is justify. So what exactly justify does here is justify spaces the text like that all the elements gets equal with. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Like let's see. So let me first remove this. You guys can better see it like this way, right? Just see if if by chance I remove this property, right? Then you can see how our text is exactly right now. Like right now the width has changed. But now if I name it as justify, then let's see how exactly it's looking. See, now the texts have got a little gap in between of them so that it can get a exactly same amount of width. So this is how our text align property works in CSS. Okay. So now let's come to another property that is called width. So what exactly is the width? According to our web page, width is exactly how much area or how much width our element is going to take in our web page that decides, or you can say that is decided using a width property. Let me show you using a proper example. So here in this style container, right now, as you can see, let me give it a width of around, I will say 100 pixels. Okay. So now you can see our element is just getting 100 pixels out of our web page. Let me increase in, or should I make it like 1000 pixels? So now it has taken 1000 pixels. I guess 250 is fine, right? Yeah. So see, now right now it's arranged according to our given width, that is 250 pixels. Similarly, you can adjust height as well. Like right now it is taking a width, but it's not mentioning the height, right? But like I can use height property and like I will arrange. Suppose I don't want that my height should increase 100 pixels, right? See, so what it happened, like is my box is obeying my CSS property, but the text is not obeying because the text is comparatively big, but the height which I have given is comparatively small. So box size remains the small, but the text has came out. Let me give it 1,000 pixels. Then I guess, see, our container is going in a different direction. It's like it has taken 1,000 pixels width, right? So this is how you can arrange the width and height of our web page. So this is how you can arrange the size of our web page. You can use EM or REM as well, that is different relative units. But as I mentioned earlier, that for this lecture or tutorials, I will be following pixels. So like if you guys want, you can use it like say 1 VH. Okay. So it's like that. Or 1 EM. Let's suppose it says 1 EM. Or I will say 5 EM. Right? So it's adjusting its height according to the unit which I'm giving it, right? These is how the properties works. You guys will be getting to know more about that as you will be practicing with it. So let's come to another topic. So now let's come to another topic of our today's lecture, that is strong. Like suppose if you want to make some characters bold, I guess we have I guess you can do that in a simple way, that is inline HTML. You can style it using inline HTML. But in CSS there is another way to do it. Like suppose in our example, I want to make link, like the links you can see down there, right? I want that those links should be having the text which is there in this link should be in bold. So how exactly I can do this is by using this property. Okay. So what I will be doing here is I will use font weight and I will name it as bold. So what it did, like all the text which was there here before has become bold now, right? Now it has become bold. Similarly, what we can do here is instead of doing all this, you can just wrap all these text inside a strong tag, right? Mm-hmm. Just like that. And it will be doing the same thing as well, right? Let me comment it out, but still you can see our text is still bold. So it's using the strong tag which we have used. And I guess this we have learned, or most of you might have learned this in our HTML. Similarly, like as you learned about the bold, you can learn about underlining a particular element, right? Same you can do here is you can underline it, right? Instead of writing bold here, we can write here line. Or I guess I should put this property somewhere else so that you can understand it better. Let me do here is thing is I should underline my paragraph tag. So what I will do here is, like suppose I don't want that this CSS and HTML is getting a line below that, right? So what I can do here is I will write here as text decoration and I will write it as none. What this will do here is it will remove the underline, right? Like similarly, now I want that my heading should be underlined. So I will go to the heading section and I will write here as text decoration and I will write here as underline. What it will do here is it will underline my heading. Like this, you can play with this. like this, you can underline the headings or a particular element in HTML and using CSS. One and another easy way which you guys might have learned is using this Q tag, that is underline tag, right? Like see right now what I did here is I have underlined my whole paragraph tag using underline element. Now suppose you want to strike an element, like you want to make a line on the element. So you can do that as well using a decoration, that is line through. Suppose in this I want to make a line through in our CSS, right? See, what I did, I made a span. Okay, inside this, I will write CSS as it was written, right? So now I want to strike the CSS. I want that it should look in a different way, right? And I want to do some decorations in it. So how exactly I can do that is, I will write here span, and inside this, I will write text decoration line break on line. So what exactly I have done here is I am doing a text decoration, right? So to do a strike on CSS, what I have written here is I have written a text decoration and added line through. That is, it will make a line through our element. So like this, you can do a strike or you can strike an element. Similarly, you can do the same thing using an S tag. I guess you guys might have learned about this in HTML, right? See, what it does here is I wrote an S tag in the HTML, and what it did the same work, right? See, yes, see, like this, you can do a strike on an element using S tag either or using a CSS property line through. Now there is a final property that you should learn, that is how to do a how to that is how to align, or you can just change the CSS of elements to italic, like how to use the decoration of an element to italic. So how exactly we can do here is, not looking nice, right? So how exactly you can do here is you can write font style, you can write italic. So like this, you can see, right, that our whole element has changed to italic. Or if I want a particular element to be italic, so what I can do here is I will remove from there, I will paste it here. So our paragraph tag has now been changed to italic, right? So this is how you can change the text elements, or you can say you can style the elements to italic, underline, or bold using these particular properties. Now here is one property that, like, suppose you want to draw a line between an element, right? Like, suppose you want to draw a line in a particular element, right? That suppose in this heading, I want to draw a line below this heading, right? Or you can say a horizontal line. So it's a very common, or it's very easy to draw a line. Simply, I have to just write here HR, that is horizontal rule. So what it will simply do here is it will draw a line to better arrange my elements. Yeah. Or you can use, if you want that to skip line, right? That if I want in this particular lorem ipsum element, after this full stop, my element should change line, right? So what here I can write here is BR. I can write PR tag here, and what it will do, after that full stop, my line is changed. So this is how small properties works, and this is how you can do it. So this is how you can do here in the particular elements, right? So that much was it for this video. In another video, we will be learning about how to adjust backgrounds and how to edit things, change backgrounds, or do some styling. So stay tuned with it. I hope you guys are liking these sessions, and if it is like that, then do like the video and share and subscribe to the channel so that you can watch these more upcoming videos. And I will be seeing you later with another cool videos like that. So till then, see you, have a good day, and bye bye, take care.